Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So the Buccaneers were in the headlines the other day for franchise tagging wide receiver Chris Godwin. Great, awesome move. The Bucs are keeping one of the better wide receivers in football, just a dynamic player, but in turn, they're letting a couple big time players hit the open market, Ryan Jensen at center, but in this one, we're going to be talking about cornerback Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis is one of the best cornerbacks in all of football, okay? Is he the best? No. Is he a top 5 guy? You can make an argument, but to play it safe, I'm going to say he's a top 10 corner, okay? He does a lot of really, really good things. He's excellent in man coverage. He has great size. At 6'1", 205, he's really been productive since his second year in football back in 2019. I mean, you look at his career numbers, 52 pass deflections, 6 interceptions in 4 years. By the way, he's only 25 years old, okay? We all know how much responsibility Todd Bowles gives the cornerback position, and this guy has not disappointed, and he continues to get better. Carlton Davis is truly a CB1. He's a lockdown guy. Now, with him hitting the open market, obviously there's a ton of really solid corners that are expected to go. JC Jackson, Stephon Gilmore, who else? Dante Jackson is another guy who I really like. Trey Herndon, a little bit of a sleeper. I wouldn't say he's a lockdown CB1, but there's depth there. Steven Nelson, there's a lot of Joe Hayden, there's a lot of talent at corner. But when we talk about a guy in Carlton Davis, I mean, this guy is a massive hitter. He has great speed to make plays deep down the field. Again, we talked about what he can do in man coverage. He's not some slouch in zone coverage either. He does a really good job of getting his hands in there for pass deflections, making the wide receiver's job as hard as possible to actually come down with a reception. He does get a little handsy from time to time, and he will occasionally get beat. But you know what? I mean, not everybody could go be Darrelle Revis. Not everybody could go be Jalen Ramsey. I mean, it's just, if that was the case, then everybody, would have stacked defenses all over the place. Carlton Davis does a really good job on a week in, week out basis. Again, occasionally gets beat, but you know what? You live with it because he comes up, he makes plays, and he has years of experience locking down number 1 wide receivers. So I like his frame, I like his size, I like the potential, I like the production. You take a look at what he did in 2021, 10 games, 39 tackles, 1 interception, 11 passes defended against. I think the second Carlton Davis would arrive in Florham Park, he would be the team's number 1 corner, right? Easily. I like Bryce Hall. I like Michael Carter. I was going to say Bryce Carter. I even like Brandon Echols, but I really think it's important to land a true number 1 corner. If not, we at least have to get one more body on the outside, a perimeter guy. Michael Carter can do his thing in the slot. I'm not really looking to replace a guy like that, especially looking at his rookie season as a late round pick. Super impressive. I think Bryce Hall continues to grow. But when we're talking about Carlton Davis, he is on a completely different level from the guys that we currently have on the roster. Okay, now another underrated aspect that I feel like Davis would bring to this Jets defense. I mean, we talked about him being 6'1", we talked about his frame, but the thought of having 2 6-foot+ athletic cornerbacks on the outside gets me pumped up. Both Bryce Hall and Carlton Davis, I mean, these guys are long, these guys are rangy, these guys can go up and make plays. I mean, think of Antonio Cromartie. Is it a necessity to have really long limbs to be a successful NFL corner? No, absolutely not, but it definitely helps, right? Being able to stick your hand in there, big strides, things of that nature. When you're looking at red zone defense, the goal line fade in the back shoulder, it's always such a hard thing to defend against, especially if your cornerback is 5'9", 5'10", and you're going up against a receiver that's 6'4", 6'5". I mean, it's extremely difficult. If the pass is on the money and the receiver has multiple inches on the corner, it's pretty much a done deal at that point. But if you're talking about Bryce Hall and Carlton Davis, I feel like that goal line, that red zone toss-up play is, I don't want to say it's completely eliminated, but it's going to be a lot harder than trying to throw it on a Javelin Guidry or something like that. Even a Michael Carter. These guys aren't the biggest in the world, but Davis is massive. Bryce Hall is massive. And to think about the athleticism and to really think about the size and the range on the perimeter, It's I think it would just be an underrated element, an underrated layer to this defense that offenses would have to take into consideration. Now, when we look at the financial situation, I would say right now, Carlton Davis is going to be paid a lot of money. Okay, just a rough projection. I'm going to say a 4 to 5 year contract worth anywhere from 85 to $100 million. Okay, it's cornerback is definitely one of those positions that get paid. JC Jackson is also out there. He's also looking for a massive mega deal. But if Davis starts talking to teams, he could rake in the cash here. You take a look at the other younger cornerbacks, right? Cornerbacks in his age range that have gotten that massive deal. Marshawn Lattimore, Jalen Ramsey, Marlon Humphrey. Now, Ramsey's the only player that is being paid $20 million annually. Lattimore and Humphrey are both at 19.5. I expect Carlton Davis to be somewhere in that range. I think it's really just a matter of a 4-year contract or a 5-year contract. I think the annual number is going to look very, very similar. I would also keep your eye out for a team that has heavy interest in JC Jackson, but misses out. I could see them saying, oh, you know what, we can sign Carlton Davis for maybe a little bit less and get similar style production from the cornerback position. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Is Carlton Davis a realistic option for the New York Jets this offseason? As we all know, again, the Buccaneers tagged Chris Godwin. It's looking like Carlton Davis, unless he signs a long-term extension with Tampa in the near future, right, the next couple days, it's looking like he is going to be fielding offers from other teams. And this guy is a very, very talented player. I expect him to get a lot of money. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. And as always, go Jets.